Generic greetings and welcome to Construction plus Prison-Arcitect plus Alpha 13 episode 2. In the previous episode we planned out all of this, the entire prison, which I was supremely happy with and I'm still very happy with. However, there's going to be a couple of changes, like there always is, based on your feedback and my own extensive contemplation. So, first things first, there's been a couple of comments about the size of these cell blocks and maybe if we can increase them a little bit, and I like that idea. I'm going to cut this building off here because it's actually not needed when I implement my other changes. So for the time being, I'm actually going to increase the cell block size by 1 on these ones here, which it'll give us an overall 4 extra overall on this cell block, which is okay. You know, every little helps and all that. So we're gonna have a couple more prisoners. Is that about right? I believe that's about right. Something like that. And then we're going to do the same thing over this side here. So we're going to cut this room out there because we don't need it yet, or at least we don't need it that wide, and then we're going to put in a couple of extra cell blocks here, which means we're going to get an extra 8 prisoners overall, which isn't bad. The risk, however, I don't know yet. I haven't yet decided what risk we're going to get. Right, what else was I going to do? Yes, this area here. This is going to have the most. This is going to be going to receive the most extensive rebuild and replan. Really, this is the workshop, and obviously originally it was like this, which looked fine. However, there's something I forgot. Your workshop, your ability to assign people to workshops isn't based on what equipment's in there. It's based on the size of the workshop itself. So I believe you need a 12 square for every one person you can assign. So the maximum you really want it is about, I think it's 240, which has been pointed out in the comments, and I also researched it myself. So I need a 20 by 12 is the ideal, which is that. Is that 20 by 12? Yes, it is. So 20 by 12. That is our new workshop there. That's our new workshop. What I'm also going to do is extend these along. And we're going to have these areas here, which we will use as our visitation. And we can have visitation in here, which I'll plan later on. But that's going to be our visitation now. What else haven't I put in? There's something around here that I was going to do, but I totally can't remember. I really can't remember. I'll come back to that. Over here, this is where we're going to have our solitary area, and we're going to drag this wall all the way down and cut that out there, and then also do that because we don't need that big of a room there. So we're going to use this as a big solitary area, and the reason for that is because I did ask in the previous video, what would you like to do as in regards to policy, how harsh do you want to run it, and everybody, and I honestly do mean every comment I received was, yeah, do it really harsh, make it really harsh. Alright, I guess so. I guess I'll make it really harsh then. So this prison is going to be quite harsh. So we need a lot of solitary cells for that. That's what they mean by harsh, i.e. if you just cough, you get, like, you know, 4 weeks solitary, that sort of thing. So we're going to need a lot of solitary areas. Are we going to do it like that? Yes, we're going to do it like that, I guess. Like so. And these are going to be our solitary cells all the way along. We're going to have a lot of solitary here. A lot of solitary, and when I can actually get policy, I guess I'm going to implement it. So even just complaining about the prison gets you like an hour in solitary. I think that's what people were going for. I was actually sent a couple of full policy lists as well, so thank you if you were one of the people that did that. That's fantastic. So we have our solitary areas put in, we have our cell blocks. There was also a suggestion to split the cell blocks up like I've done, so like this, so we can have like separate buildings. A lot of people said do that as well, and separate the this area up as well, but I don't see any point. We might as well have it connected like so, because then we get a slightly bigger area. I mean, I could do that as well, just for sake of putting a wall there, and then you can't go around the back here, which I actually like the idea of that. I might do that. Another area here as well. Someone said that the yard is too big. Now, they actually are right on that. The yard is a bit too big. So what I'm going to do, go and extend this along a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then pull that down, go that across there, and have this as a holding cell, and we're going to have a holding cell at the top and the bottom, which will allow us to, well, hold prisoners that we haven't yet got anywhere to put them, because that's something I sort of forgot in the previous prison. I didn't have a permanent holding cell. Now I've got 2 permanent holding cells, so we can always hold a couple more. Visitation isn't ideal, I know. We could have probably planned it out a bit better, but how many are we going to get in? And I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. That's about right. That'll do me, I think. I mean, I could probably plan out a little bit better, but that'll be that anyway. At least that's going to be the size of the building. I can always adjust this later on, but that's going to be the size of the building. This is obviously a perimeter wall all the way around. There was a comment to change the perimeter wall to only be around the cell blocks, which is a lot more efficient, but I like the idea of just putting it around the entire prison. I don't know why, it just seems pretty good, putting it around the entire prison, just one big cell, just one big wall. I was actually thinking of putting a normal wall like this all the way around, but probably a bit too inefficient, really, isn't it? Especially since I'm going to have to cut off so much space, which is, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that at all. That's going to be silly. That's silly. Let's go to my rooms and then yard. Cut out that yard there and then redesignate the yard as that. There we go, and we're going to have a path going all the way along there, then up there, and then down. There's a big, an area here that's a little bit larger than I'd ideally like, but I'm going to have a quick look at it, see if I can do anything about it in a moment, and I think about that. Was it that I had? Yes, it's that. There we go. What can I put here? What can I put here? Is there anything I can put here? Is there any point to put anything here? Because we're going to have the path going along here, so there's no real point in having it like that. I could actually extend the deliveries, and I could actually extend the deliveries like that. That might be an idea, actually, because the deliveries and garbage was getting smaller and smaller and smaller by the day, so having it like that would be a little bit better. And I think actually that would be a bit better, because then I can have a fence. I can probably make the wall go down like so, if I wanted to, and then have a little entrance to it so they can always get to that, and we can have a fence. And well, we can have a sort of door if we need to. No, there's no point in that. I think that is about right. I think that will do us nicely. And then we've got a bit of symmetry going here where the wall goes straight along like that. That does me nicely. I don't think there's any big problem with that. As always, this isn't perfect. There's no such thing as perfect, really, when it comes to these designs. But they're okay. They're good enough. As long as they function and you're having fun doing it, then, you know, that's the main thing, isn't it? So deliveries, garbage, there we go. I'm going to just unpause it for a moment so it doesn't shout at me. And there we go. So, was that all the changes that we're going to implement? I think it was. I think we'll have a double gate, we'll have double cell there, a double door there, we'll have a double door there. Have this, probably part of this room here and this room here, and then basically all of this will be one big lump. These will be obviously separate, that'll be separate, these ones, this bit up here will be separate, all this will be built in one, and the wall around will be interesting to do. And yeah, I think that's about right. I think we've got everything that's required. I know a couple of people said put things like the morgue over here, but I'm not a big fan of building over here. I do like the old land expansion is quite good, but since obviously this is a 1 month rolling prison, and you know the time restraints of recording and all that sort of stuff, doesn't really allow me to build a massive prison and extend it and extend it, and mainly the performance issue as well. So I think that is about us. That should be about right. Hang on, is that? Let's make sure that's 20 by 12, which it is. That's fine. That should be the perfect size for a workshop, although I'm sure it'll go wrong at some point. Right, so there's them put in. Obviously these walls I'm going to put in at some point later on. So we'll stop the planning and resume the game. So we're going to go to my materials, and I'm going to go to my fence and start fencing the whole thing in. Obviously, fence is something that... oh, I also need to probably go to staff, workmen, hire... probably a couple of workmen. There we go. And also foundations. Go back here, building, foundations, and put this building in first. The reason I'm putting this building in first is because it allows me to get all of the bureaucracy stuff sorted, and that's, you know, a bit better. So what do I want for here? Probably want a jail door there. Oh no, a staff door would probably do. Yeah, we'll put a staff door there. That should do us for now. And there we go. I also need to go to the tree and dump all the trees that are going to be in my way, so I might as well dump all these, and that one, dump that one, and that one, and that one. That one is probably too far on the edge for me to dump, and I don't want to start giving them orders when they can't actually fulfill them. So that's about right. And let me max speed it up here, and they can get on with that. So yes, there's been a couple of... I did ask what are we going to do is in regards to a prison policy. So do you want to do it nice and friendly, or do you want to do it really harsh, or whatever? And I also asked what sort of prisoners do you want to get. And unsurprisingly, almost I think everybody that commented said do it harsh, do it very very harsh prison, do it. I don't know what the other term was. Left wing. I can't remember what the term was, but do it extremely harsh, have it, you know, so if someone just does something you don't like, or just do anything really, they get solitary. Everything gets you solitary, basically. Everything that you can give them solitary for, give them solitary. So that's what we're going to do. That's why we've got so many solitary cells here. In fact, how many got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. So we've got 44 solitary cells. So over basically exactly half the prison. Is it exactly half the prison? Yes, I think about, hang on, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, so that's 48. So exactly half the prison can be in solitary at one time. I like that. That's a bit weird, that. Anyway, yes, about exactly half the prison can be in solitary at one time, assuming we have maximum people and assuming we don't have anyone in the holding cells. The second one was what type of prisoners you want, high risk, low risk, medium risk, all that sort of thing. And it was sort of mixed bag actually. A lot of people saying, oh, you should do it high risk, you should do it low risk. A lot of comments from that, but there was one comment that really stood out, and that was, if we're going to do it harsh, we should have it so, let me just, oh, they're already designated as office. Let me put the stuff in the office for this guy. This is going to be where the warden is. I'm going to put his desk in about mid-table there, and put his chair in about there, and we'll put his filing cabinet about there. Yes, there's a couple of, what the comment was, if you're going to do it really, really harsh, then the best thing to do would be to, or what would be a good idea is have it like as if it was like a dystopian future where even the most like menial of crimes gets you into this sort of prison, so have it low risk. That's what someone said, and I actually like the idea of that. Have a very low risk, all this is low risk prison, so all of the prisoners will be low risk, but really, really harsh, so everything that they do requires solitary, because that's like a bit of a, it turns things on the head. It's a bit different, isn't it? Because normally it's high risk prisoners in a high risk prison getting high risk sentences, whereas this one would be low risk prisoners in a high risk prison, basically, with high risk sentences. I like the idea of that, and that's probably what I'm going to do. Actually, what I'm going to do first as well, I'm going to get all these grants. There we go. I really like the idea of that. It's different, isn't it? The thing is, I was going to do high risk, and I'm still a bit on the fence with that. I might do high risk, but the thing is, I've done it in the previous one, so I don't really want to do it again, because the previous prison was high risk, and that was okay, and there was no real extra danger, really. I mean, there was never any fights, never any breakouts, so there's never any problems with it. So I might just do the same. I might do. I might give my. Oh, is he going to go to there? He's going to go to that office there. I might do. Let me just designate these office, and then he'll actually go and get his own office. There we go. Yes, I might actually do low risk in this, but mix it up, because it's going to be it's going to be a high risk prison with high risk policies, but having low risk prisoners, which is a bit weird, I know, but that's why I like it. So that's what we might be doing. Anyway, let me just get these officers put back in. There we go. I'll put the walls in later. The idea is to get prisoners when we can. So now I'm going to go to foundations, building, and spend an absolutely monumental amount of money, 12 grand. It's actually not that much, is it really, 12 grand? And go to large yield door and put it there. And that is going to take a long time. But that's pretty much everything done there. All we need to do after that is put in the shower in one of these, and then we can get going. Because the idea, as I was saying, is to get prisoners in probably next episode. I don't think we'll get intake on this episode. I don't think we will. I think it'll be a case of building what we can this episode, and then next episode we'll do a little bit more construction, probably at the start, depending on how far we get on this one, and then getting prisoners and such. Things like metal detectors I'm going to be putting in, but at some point. Obviously with this workshop it's something I'm going to definitely have to do, but we'll come to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyway, let me go to bureaucracy for a moment and research security, finance, maintenance, and health, mental health. Just get the lot, really, everything other than legal, and start researching all of them. and then we can obviously start getting things like prison policy and contraband and CCTV and everything that you was basically really need to require sort of get done. I need to raise my capacity to 15, which should be okay. I should be able to get one of these done. We'll be putting in our walls in here, and then we can start plugging in all of the electricity and plumbing things in. As I said in the previous episode, this Alpha 13 brings in a couple of major changes, and obviously with prisoners now digging escape tunnels, you need to think about where you're placing your water mains. It really does add a whole new facet to your building as well, because you have to think about everything now, where you're going to put your water mains. You can't just have gone are the days of putting a water pump here and then running the water main under here and along there. You don't do that anymore, because all the prisoners are going to do is tunnel right along it and out. So it's not a good idea. So we're going to be doing it so the water is there. So interesting. I might have to undesignate that centre bit of storage, but we'll see. This should be built in a moment. Actually, it's going to be built with them in it, so they're going to build all around them. There we go. And we're just going to spend a couple of grands on light. There we go. And there's all of that put in. Let me... I'll wait until I put the lights in before I do anything. In fact, I might as well go to my utilities and to my power station. Put a power station there. And my water pump, and put a water pump there. I can also go to capacitor and put a capacitor there as well. Lovely. Obviously electrical cable, might as well connect it up. In fact, I might cheap out, get rid of that capacitor, put it there, save me electrical cable. Yeah. I'm also going to go to objects, sorry, rooms, and doesn't matter what I select, but I'm just going to undesignate that little bit of storage so we don't have a problem. Planning, we can get rid of that bit as planning, get rid of that bit as planning, unplan them bits as well, because that's going to be where the doors are. Speaking of doors and walls, let me go to my objects and... no, materials even, brick wall, and start bricking a couple of things in. So this is going to be our kitchen and canteen. This is our storage area, which is something I have to keep walled off, certainly. So we'll wall these off like so. Looks like that's powered up now. And then this is going to be our visitation, which looks like we don't have access to it yet. So I'm just going to cut them walls out. I don't, obviously, these, I'm going to have access this side. It's not going to be access on here. So we'll put the doors on here once I know what I'm doing with it. Same as these things here, actually. I should have already... I've put doors on here, but I might as well just put them in, put the walls in, and then also go to my jail door, put a jail door, probably, do I put it on this side? No, I like it on this side. We'll put it there and there, and large jail door we will put in the centre, which, where is the centre? It's there. That's the centre. Yeah, we'll put the jail door there. Excellent. Looks like we've just got a ding-a-ling on the reports. Sorry, on the bureaucracy. So what have I researched? I've researched security. So I might as well go to objects and office desk and start putting some office desks in. I might as well finish the offices while I'm here, because it's not going to cost much. It really doesn't cost much for the offices. There we go. There's only 60 spent each, and then how much is the filing cabinets? So it's 90 for an office. So it's nothing really, is it? Nothing at all. There we go. There's all them put in. Lovely. Once the workers have... I was going to say once the workers have done this, but they've already done it. I can get on with sorting it out. I'm going to have this area here probably powered by this. Again, I don't know how exactly I'm going to be powering stuff with this power station. I don't know whether I'm going to have the power station power just the centre bit, or just this centre bit here, and then have this one power all of the way around here. I don't know yet. I haven't yet decided. We can cross that bridge when we come to it. I mean, we're probably going to cross it this episode, you understand, but, you know, we can do that later. Anyway, 8 prisoners arriving in 8 hours. I better close that, eh? Let me just close that normal risk off, because we definitely don't want normal risk anyway. That's something we're not going to do. It was either going to be low risk or high risk. Almost certainly low risk. Right. What do I need to do now? I don't know why I've got a gap with this shower and stuff. I could always move it. I might as well just move it along one, mightn't I? Let me actually work out how many I'm going to get in here. Let me go to planning a second ago. 1. So I'm going to get 8 in there. So 16, 32, plus the ones down here in the center. So this shower's way bigger than it really needs to be. But what I'm going to do is cut that off like that, and make it just a little bit bigger. Because I might as well. There's no downside of me doing so, really. I might as well make it bigger like that. I'm actually going to... Do I put that in like that? No. That'll do us. We'll do it like that. Make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, make the shower a little bit bigger this side. Because, you know, I can. And you don't need this extra space. Like I say, something I am, I was going to use the word famous, but that's not the correct term. The correct term is renowned for, I guess, is wasting space. I tend to waste far too much space. So I'm trying to avoid that. Let me go to Foundations, Building, and build this cell block here, I think. Yes, that cell block there. And there we go. I'm also going to go to my objects and a large jail door. Put in a large jail door there and there. There we go. We now have 59,460 generic credits. Fantastic. Let me also go to staff and hire a chief. Like so. We can also hire a foreman. I can't because I haven't yet researched accountant, which is going to be a problem because I probably can't now hire one. Urgh, that's annoying. Okay, fine. Let me unlock prison policy. And then probably deployment and patrols, but I'm going to research deployment, but then I'll wait a little bit. I also need to do contraband as well, but that's something for later. I don't want to be spending all my money on that. Right, so it looks like these workers are putting that in. That's fine. Once that's done, I'm just going to furnish this entire cell block and get the extra 10 grand for that. Obviously, I'll have to route the power cables and such. I haven't done that yet. Let me go to my materials, brick wall, and get ready for... There we go, for all of this. Once it's done, we can start plumbing. Plumbing? That's not the right term. Building the brick walls. For the individual cells, because now you actually have to brick the cells off. The cells have to be... separate. That's something that has to happen. I don't know if this is going to happen, but a lot of people, and it's not just me, always say, when are they going to put double bunk beds in so you can have 2 people in a cell? I think that would be a really good feature. I don't think I've really thought about it before, but I think that would be pretty good, having double cell blocks. That would be pretty good. But we shall see. Anyway, let me also go to my objects, no, materials even, fence, and bring the fence up down here, well, all the way up there, because I've sort of forgot about that. I just realised when I was, hang on, I haven't finished the fence. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Certainly don't want to do anything without a fence in. There we go, they're building all that. Once I've done the walls, I can then go to my rooms, cell, and designate all that as cell. There we go, and there we go. So there's all of them now designated as cells. Then we go to jail door and spend an absolute fortune on putting jail doors in. How long is this going to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm not going to get any more than that. Because I want to keep my money for building this area around here. Now I need to also furnish this, which is to go to bed and start putting all the beds in. Like so. All the way along, only in the ones that I've put doors on. I'm just going to try and raise my capacity to 15 so I get that grant done and an extra 10 grand. Obviously the main reason is that I get 10 grand, but also I just don't need more than 15 capacity to start off with. Because I'm only going to receive 8 prisoners, so I might as well, you know, get it so I can at least house them 8 prisoners and the next couple that turn up, and then I can go from there. I can build extra on if I need to, can't I? So that's my, well, that's my thoughts on the matter anyway. Anyway, are they going to start doing that? Probably at some point. Yeah, there we go. They're getting there now. They're probably, yeah, they're building all of this thing, all of this fence. So we can sort of let them off, can't we? Because they're building this fence. We also need to put the shower in this area here. I'll probably just do this bottom area here, and I think that'll be, and then just leave all of that because we don't need anything up here. In fact, I'm going to go to my rooms and just cancel them off because I don't want them to be designated as anything yet. Because I can just do the bottom half and then work on the top half later. I could even fence it off if I wanted to, but no point really. So my prison capacity is now 2 and it's going up, which is fantastic. Is he researching finance? He is researching finance. He's getting on there, but I don't think I'll be able to hire the accountant because I stupidly hired too many people, so we're probably over our daily budget. So I'll have to fire a couple of people before we do anything else. Oh, what a problem. I'll probably fire a couple of workers because once we're getting to a point now where we don't. Most of the construction's done. The only reason to hire more workers really at this stage is to do things faster. That's the only real reason. Anyway, I need to. I could build a medical ward, hire 2 doctors, and do a psychiatrist thing. Well, I'm gonna get psychologist. I'm gonna get a psychologist anyway. Hire at least 2 doctors. Well, I could just hire them and then do the medical ward, and then that's another 10 grand. I normally do that. But anyway, I'll wait until I've done this, which they are almost done, and then I can get on with building the canteen. I need to actually I need to figure out how I'm gonna do this power. How I'm gonna sort this power out. See if I do the whole build another. If I build another power station and power the bottom and top of that power station, then I'm gonna have to. That's gonna cost a fair bit. That's like 5 grand, 6, 7, 8 grand or something for the rest of the capacitors. It's a big expenditure, but I don't know whether it's worth it, because if I do it now, it means I don't have to reroute power mid prison building, which I had to do in the previous one. So I will. Still don't know. I still don't know, because if I put capacitors around here, then I can power the workshop here. Then I have to power the kitchen here, and then all of this, and then all of this, and everything else around here. I don't think I'll be able to handle it. I might get away with it, but unlikely. Very unlikely. Looks like they're finished building most of that. Let me go to fence and fence all of that off there. Almost done the fence now. My capacity, is it almost done? What have I missed out? Oh, there's a bed not being placed there. Let me rectify this issue. Spin it round. There we go. That should be that put in, and then that capacity should be raised up enough so I get another 10 grand. We are on 43,650 generic credits, so we're getting there. Getting towards the. Oh, hang on. Has that been done? No, that's. No, that's finance being unlocked. Let me guess. I can't afford an accountant. No, exceeds daily budget. So what I'll do is when it gets closer to the to pay time, I will fire a couple of these guys so I don't have to pay for them past the 12 o'clock. And then I will hire an accountant, and then it means I can hire them back if I need to, but I don't think I will. I think 8 workers is more than enough really at this stage. Once I've got this, I mean, I've got most of the legwork done here with the big building in the center and this over here. Obviously I need to do this here and then these bits down here, but that can be done with just a couple of workers. In fact, once these have finished doing that, I'll fire a couple. Let me just finish the fence off because I might as well. There we go. And then I'll also go to my objects and then large shield door, spin it around, put it in there, and then there's that actually done. We'll cancel it off there. Oh, looks like that one hasn't been cancelled off. Oh well. I'll sort that out later. So, there's that getting put in. It is eat time, apparently, because I haven't touched the regime yet. I've still got to mess around with the regime. I'll probably just copy the regime that I normally do over, because that seems to be effective. But, you know, you never know. We might mix it up. Almost certainly not, because it seems to work, the regime that I run. Right, hopefully they'll get this done before I... Oh, there we go. Grand completion, another 10 grand, 53,300 generic credits. It is now 10 o'clock. I'm hoping these get this fence done before I need to fire them, which it looks like we're done. So I'm going to sack you and sack you. I'm going to wait until it's after 12 o'clock, hire the accountant, which means we don't have to then pay them for sort of that day, which is great. It looks like we've got a yard built inside now because we've actually put a door there, so we've started to do this. Let me start plumbing in these areas around here. Have I researched prison labour yet? Let me go to bureaucracy, and we need to get prison labour, so I'll start doing that, but only once I get the maintenance man, which is something that I'm going to need to do. I'm going to get patrols. Yeah, that's fine. Start researching that. When it hits 12 o'clock, we can start building other things. Let me go to foundations building and build... actually, let me pause it for a second. Do that. And all of that. There we go. And then I should be able to go to my objects and large jail door. Put a large jail door there. And that should be all that built. Yes, and then I can put the walls in a moment. Then we'll unpause it. 44,340 generic credits. I'm trying to not put money in this game, although it's something I will do if required. I'm not against doing that as long as we pay it back towards the end. Here we go. Here's money going to be spent. There we go. We've also got a bit of money as well from the federal grant. Lovely. And now we can go to our staff. We can go to our accountant, hire an accountant. We can also hire a foreman and a psychologist. Which is going to cost a fair bit of money, but it also allows me to go to my objects, sorry, rooms even, and not get an infirmary because I haven't actually unlocked it. Which, oh, it's because it's got 24 minutes left, and then we can put then we can put these things in here, which will be fine. We've got, is that all of the all of this done? Yes, it is. That's all that done. That's all of that done now. We don't need any more officers. That's all done. We needed 5 officers. I worked that out. So that's great. Let me just unpause it, get it max speed, and look for where the people are. Where are they? Where are my workers? Oh, there they are. They're over there. Yeah, they're actually doing the job. Perfect. Let me go to rooms, infirmary, designate all that as infirmary. There we go. And we need a medical bed. So we're going to just get 1 medical bed and shove it there. There we go. I might as well go to my objects as well. Go to the staff door and put a staff door in there. And then that's that there done. Once that medical bed's put in, I'm going to hire 2 doctors, get 10 grand and just fire them. Because I don't need them at this particular point. I can rehire them later. But for the cost it takes to do that, I get a little bit of money. I mean, I am spending a bit getting, the psychologist and then having to unlock health in the first place and then, get the room built and the bed and blah, blah, blah. So I'm probably getting about 6 grand or something profit, which is okay, but it also sets me up for later on in the game. But it's not something I need at this particular point. Right. 41,040 generic credits. I want to start the game with about 10 grand. I don't want to get any less than that, so I've got about 30 to spend. No, about 40 to spend because I'm going to get these 2 doctors and such, so that's going to be okay there. So I'm getting close to really where I need to start thinking about not spending any more. Let me get a cooker at either end, like so, and then put a fridge, because I know how this game works, and put them in the centre there, because I know that if I put them there and there, I know that the cook on that one will go there and then come straight back. He'll instead of going to the one right behind him, he'll go all the way over to this one and then come back. It's just how the game likes to function, sadly. Right, let me go to my materials, demolish walls, demolish a wall there and there. Also demolish a wall there, and demolish a wall there and there. And then I can go to my, still on the same tab, put some walls in there, and there, there, and there. There we go. And then there's the walls sort of split off. Perfect. I like that this is outside. That's quite good. That looks nice. Right. I'm going to have to resolve this power issue at some point. Not now, but at some point. I'm sort of putting it off. Let me put the serving tables in like so. And also begin... Actually, where else was the serving table going to be? I can't remember what it was like. How was I putting these serving tables in? Cancel that for the moment. In fact, cancel these off for the moment. How was it going to be? Was it there? Was it there and there? I can't remember how I actually planned these. 1, 2... I was only going to put 2 at either side. So, how was I going to have them? Well, I mean, that makes sense, and so does putting one there. But then there's a big gap in the centre. I can't remember how I was going to have these. Entrance there, maybe? And then an entrance there? I really can't remember. Strange. I'm going to put them like that, and then put the entrance in here. So. Oh, actually, that's what I might have been thinking. Actually putting a brick wall there and there. I think that's what I might have been thinking. Put a brick wall there and there, because then that will allow me to put metal detectors there. I think that's what I was... I think that might have been what I was getting at. Possibly. Right, let me... Oh, it looks like the infirmary's done, so let me go to staff, doctor, bosh, bosh. There's that grant done. Sorry, doctor. You're expendable. They're gone. Cool. There's another 10 grand. So 44,260 generic credits. We have just this area to do. Prison labour should have been done. Let me go to deployment. Sorry, bureaucracy. Prison labour is done. I'm going to research cleaning. And CCTV later. I need to fill in this area here. So let me go to my objects and go to my bench and start thinking about where I'm going to put these. In fact, let me just pause it for a moment and let's start planning. Was it going to be that for? Something like that, and then that, and then that. It was something like that, wasn't it? Yes. I believe it was something like that. And then it was like that, and like that, and then there was like that. Yes, it was that, wasn't it? Yes, it was that. It was that. It was that. If it wasn't, it's going to be that now. Although, ideally, I probably want them to be there, and there, and there, and... oh, hang on. Can't fit this in. And there. That doesn't work, does it? That does not work. What? There's nothing stopping me putting them right next to each other, although a bit risky. That'll do, that'll do. Put them like that. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Table. Put a table there. Put a table there. And then bench, 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 bench. We don't need any more than that. Unpause it. There you go. Let me go to rooms and to my kitchen. Designate that as kitchen. Like so. Go to my canteen. Designate all of that as canteen. There we go. That's designated as storage. This is visitation, which I'll designate so I don't forget. We've got the infirmary done. The morgue is there, but I'm not going to designate it yet. I need to do my laundry, which is going to be placed in here. And then my common room, which is going to be this. And then also my cleaning cupboards, which are going to be there and there. I also need to put in... what else do I need to put in? I think we're about solitary, but I need to put the walls in there before I can do that. Yeah, I think we're about done there. Let me go to object and... oh, shower. Yeah, let me put the shower in. Shower heads can go all the way along there. Like so. Just all the way along the back. That's fine. And also go to drain and put 4 drains in. Actually, I don't really need 4 drains. Just that should do. Although, do I want 4 drains in there? I don't really want a door on the shower block. I don't need one. There we go. If I need to put one on later, I can, can't I? So that'll do. And power. So what I'm going to do with power is leave it because I can't. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. I should really sort that out. Right, I'm going to drive the water pipe through the spine of this place. What I'm going to do is have the water pipe go from here and just up there and then along. I think that will do us, yes. So we're going to have the water pipe going probably in like that. Like so, and then down to about there at either side. And then I don't know how far I can go with small pipes? Small pipes even. Because obviously it's going to affect how far I can go down here. I think the best place to put them to is there. That's as far as I really want to attempt. I don't think any further is going to be worth it. How many spaces do small pipes go? I've heard numerous reports of them going different places and different sizes, so I don't know. But that's going to be about right. And then hopefully I can run a small pipe along here and connect these up. Although it's not something I really need, is it? Because all of the... assuming these connect up, then we should be okay. Right. Power. That's power and that. That's power station. I think I'm going to have to put that power station in there. For a start, I'm going to go to utilities, capacitor, put in another, what, 5 capacitors? I'm just going to need it because I'm going to power the center off this one, regardless of what else. Well, regardless of whatever else I do, I'm running the center off this. So, power and power like that. And then we can run the power cable all the way down like so to probably about there for now. And then obviously we've got the power cable running along into here for our workshop, which I will furnish in a moment. Let me go to objects first though and go visitor table. And where am I going to put these visitor tables? Put one. hang on, how am I going to fit this in? 1, 2, 3 and a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be about right. So 1, 2, 3. That's all I need for now, really. I don't need any more. I can always put them at the back there. I'm sure there's a more efficient way of doing that, but I'll figure it out later. As long as we get stuff in and we have enough to actually get people here, then that's all I'm really concerned about at this particular point. Let me go to my rooms and workshop and designate all this as workshop. There we go. I also need to go and think about where I'm going to put my workshop saws and presses. In fact, I'll do that in the planning tool. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would work. And then 10 there. Yeah, that would work. And then I can put my benches on the other side. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So let me go to tables. I always say benches instead of tables. Table and table. And we'll do the same thing at this side. 1 and 2. And then I can go to workshop saws. These are going to be expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4. And press. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not going to get any more than that because we are running dangerously low on fundage. I will also be running dangerously low on power as well in a moment. I've told them to put these power cables in, but it looks like it's going to take them quite a while. That's okay. We'll go to max speed again. How are we doing for... Let me just check the fence. Fence is in. Putting the water pipe in. Not sure how far these water pipes go. It's either 15 or 39. I don't know why I've got them two figures in my head. I know you're probably shouting at me now what the number is, but A, I can't hear you. B, even if I could, you know, I don't trust you. Actually, I don't know. I can't make that judgment call. I don't know you, but either way, I have no idea how far them water pipes go. Like I say, I've heard several reports of them going different sizes. As always, alpha game is alpha, so it could be 3 different sizes for all I know. It could have changed several times. But either way, what I'm going to do just to test it out, since it's only since it's quite cheap, I'm just going to drag a water pipe up to there and plumb that in there. And if it works, we know roughly how far it goes, right? So because that there is 33. It's way shorter than that, surely. It can't be longer than that. Either way, we'll find out. Looks like they're plumbing all the metal in. Plumbing the metal in. I don't know why I use plumbing. I don't mean plumbing, I mean putting. Right, we have 25,757 generic credits, and that is enough to probably get this thing up and running. I need to put a little bit of laundry in. That's okay, I can get that sorted. I need to hire a couple of guards. I need to put these solitary cells in. Plumb a couple of things in here, like the shower, I need to plumb the shower in as well as put water in. Solitary area. And that'll be about it. Couple of doors. I think we can do that with 20 grand. I think 20 grand will do, and then we'll have 5 left over, and that'll be about right, because last time we didn't actually have enough for really anything. We couldn't really hire any guards. So let me just go to utilities, power cable, electrical cable. Connect the electrical cable up to that. And then we're going to run the electrical cable down like so. There we go, and that eventually will connect up to these. In fact, there's no point. I might as well cancel them and spend them on something a bit better. Be a bit more efficient, shall we? So, looks like the running the cable through. Nowhere does that power all of that. Did I get that right? Oh, perfect. That power cable gets all of these. See, they go 15. I know the distance for that is 15, so... Is that where I'm getting the 15 from? And the 39 is this small pipe? Who knows? Either way, objects, laundry machine, 1, 2 laundry machines. We're also going to get a table to go on the back 2 walls, like so, yeah. And we can also get our... what should we get? What should we get? I need some sort of ironing board. Ironing board, yes. We can put 1, 2 in for now. Laundry baskets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should do us for the entire prison, really. I can get more if I need to. And that should be that. 22,548 generic credits. We're going to lose another 300 just by the end of the day's, workload. Is that powered up? Is that watered up? It's not watered up. It has not got water going to it, but they are still building it. which is, you know, fine. If they plumb these in and that stops flashing, then we know everything's good. Here we go. Moment of truth. Yeah. Job done. Oh, bang on. Small pipe. Here we go. Joining the small pipes in. Here we go. Look at that. Job done. Yes. Lovely. Connect that up. Connect that up. Small pipe down. And like so. I might even delete that further up to there. And connect the one up to here. In fact, bit of a test here. If I do that. And then go to objects. Shower. Hang on, where is it? Shower head. There it is. Spin it round. Put it there. I can then start deleting back up until I get to about here. And then plumb it in. Genius. Right, I've got a sink in here. That's something I forgot. Yes. Then we got a sink. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3 would get in. So I'm just going to put one there. And one. Oh, cancel. And one there. Sinks are really, really cheap, aren't they? 20? That's a bit cheap, isn't it? I mean, that's not a complaint, it's an observation, but 20, that's a bit cheap, isn't it? Now, well, let me put the water pipes in there, like so. Actually, we probably won't need a water pipe there. There we go, there's the federal grant and the money spent from administration and everything else, so looks like we're okay there. We're still plumbing that in. I forgot to plumb these ones in. These ones, like so. There we go. They're all plumbed in nicely. Forgot about the power. Power is a bit of an issue. We can do that in a moment. How is this? That is not connected up. There we go. Now it's connected up. Right. Once they're done that, I want them to do this, and then I can figure out how much we've got going there. Common room is still a bit of an issue. We need to sort that out. You know, when I say sort it out, I mean, you know, blight it and put things in it. Because currently it's just not doing anything. Ah, looks like this needs to be powered up as well. So we'll put... oh, hang on. This is a problem. That's something I've sort of forgotten about. I haven't actually put a circuit breaker in here. Trying to think what the best solution to this issue is. That would be probably put a power switch here. And a pipe valve there. That's probably the solution, I think. And then maybe that. That's probably the best solution. And then run the water pipe along here, then into there and down there. Probably the best solution to a bad job, that. A really bad job, I must confess. That's about right. That'll do as I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. They don't touch it these days, do they? I don't think they do. Did that work? Oh, that did work. That's going all the way to there. In that case, let me dismantle utilities, dismantle all of them, see if I can get it just going up to there, because that'd be even better, because I don't want them tunneling down that one there. These water pipes here, they actually do tunnel through small pipes as well, but I believe bigger water pipes are harder for them. Sorry, bigger water pipes are easier for them to tunnel through. Small ones, they still will, you still will use it, but it's not as easy. So we got there's that put in like so. And I'm going to connect this up with a small like that, and hopefully that'll still be able to do that. It looks like that's been. Is that been hooked up? That's been hooked up. Why does it says it's still not got power? It has got power. Surely it's got power. Yeah, it's still doing it, I think. They have to be. It's definitely got power. I can tell you now it's got power. Why is that not got power? I don't understand. It says it's not got power. There we go. Now it's figured it out. Excellent. Small water pipe. And we can run a small water pipe like so. Actually, I don't like that. I don't like that. Cancel that. Small water pipe along here. And up. Oh, no. I'm going to have to do that. Yeah, there we go. And then in to here. Like that. There we go. Is that getting powered? Why is that not getting powered now? Oh, because I haven't plumbed it in. That's why. So, 21,940 generic credits. We've got a workshop. We've got visitation that isn't powered up yet. So I might as well sort that out by doing electrical cable. Job done. Something like that would do. This one obviously has got nothing in there. Sink, I need to plumb that in. Let me go for and plumb that in there, and then up there to that. Let me go back to objects and put a sink in here. I don't know why that wasn't placed. I must have cancelled it. And once that's plumbed in, that'll be the laundry done. Cleaning cupboards done. All of this is done. Obviously, infirmary doesn't really do anything at the moment. These are done. I just need to power them. So is the shower. The common room is not yet done. So what I will do is go to television and put TVs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll spend £1,000 on televisions, and we will go to phone booth and probably put in like a row of phone booths, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the same. That's a lot of money. There we go. That'll do us for now. That'll be for now. We can obviously move them when we need to, but the common room is just there, so it, it does actually function. Laundry looks like it's plumbed in and connected up. That's fine. We can go to electrical cable, put an electrical cable into there. That's already powered up there, and then we can. What am I going to do? £5,000 for this, and then powering these down here. I'm going to regret it if I did it, but I'm going to have to, because that is going to have a massive draw. Once I get more, I'm thinking ahead here, because if I just run everything off that circuit, by the time it powers all the way up there and all the way down here, I don't think once these saws are in and the rest of the fridges and cookers are in that it will be able to handle it. So I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and spend a couple of grand doing that. Electrical cable will then go down here and then power this, and then I can drive it around here and then power that. Sadly, it's not ideal, but it's, it's what we're going to have to do. That's why I planned these two areas off anyway, because I knew that something like that I might have to do something like that. Let me drive that all the way through here to about there. And then drive it down to about there, and then along, actually along here, like so, to about there, and then actually probably just do that. About that, I think, will do us nicely. And then we'll pull this all the way along to here, then down into there, about there. It's a lot of money spent just on that. Let me also go to materials, brick wall, 1, 2, well, let me just put all the brick walls in here. And then we will also designate this as solitary. That's a word. Solitary. And then put doors on it. Now, whether I put solitary doors on it is a matter for debate, because solitary doors are 500 each. An unbelievable amount. That's a massive, massive amount, solitary. So, do I actually do that? I don't know. I haven't yet decided. Let me run the electrical cable down here and then just into that one as well. And then there's the electrical cable from that one done. 6,754. I need a minimum of probably 5,000. Guards are 500, so I want... Well, I need 2 cooks, minimum. That's £1,000. And then I want at least 4 guards. That's £3,000 altogether. And then I want a janitor, which will be 3,500, maybe an extra guard. That's £4,000. I need a minimum of £4,000, and then I need a bit of spare money for metal plates and feeding them, so £5,000, which means I can't really afford anything else. Depends what happens here. I think it's just a case of I'm going to have to just do it and start the prison, get prisoners in, and then deal with it from there. Let me go to rooms and shower, just so I can extend that to there. There we go. Looks like something else has been ticked off. Shower. Yeah, shower's now said it's all complete, which is good. We still haven't got power in here. Why have we not got power in here? Because it hasn't put that one in there. Or I haven't put that one in there. Or that one there. Fantastic. I'm sure the game misses bits out, but I'm also sure that I miss it out just as much as well. I think... oh, we might as well dismantle that up to there. Is it to there? No, it's not up to there. Cancel that one. Up to there. There we go. I think that's all the jobs I really need them to do. As long as they can plumb this in, plumb. I use the word plumb for everything. Once they've connected this up with the electrical cables, we should be okay. I'm missing a pool table, but that's not a great concern, as long as we've got televisions, which is what we have got, just for a little bit of entertainment for the prisoners so they don't kick off. And if they do anyway, we're going to put them in solitary, which is going to be a bit interesting because I haven't yet built the cells and I don't have enough for the doors. So, yes. Let me just put this down here. If they say they're now a solitary, then everything's okay. Surrounded by walls and doors. Damn it. So I need to put doors on, which is interesting because I can't really afford much. So what I'm probably going to do is buy just normal doors, which are 500 each, and then put them in. I'm going to have to. It's the only things I can really do. There we go. At least it's designated. As long as it's designated as solitary, I don't mind, and I can always then spend more when we come to it. That's my opinion. Anyway, let me go to objects. Rooms for the moment. Holding cell. Designate that as holding cell, and it needs to be. It needs to have a door on, which is fine. I'm going to put a normal door on it because I just can't afford anything else. I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel. I need a toilet and a bench. So I'm going to go for bed, toilet, bench. Is it? No. Is it? Yeah, it's a toilet and a bench. So I can put a bench in there and a toilet there. Not even going to plumb it in. And that should be about that. So we have a workshop with 4 workshop saws and 4 workshop presses. We have a storage with our water pump in the middle of it. We have 2 power stations, which is why I've run out of money. We have a kitchen with 2 fridges, 2 sinks and 2 cookers. We have our canteen with 2 serving tables and 2 sets of benches and tables. We have an infirmary which doesn't have anyone in it because we don't need to. We have all of our staff room done. We have our cleaning cupboard sorted, our our laundry is sorted, both cleaning cupboards sorted actually, and we have solitary-ish sorted. It's nowhere near sorted. I'm talking a lot of rubbish. I need to replace these normal doors with solitary doors. However, in general, if you send them to solitary for not killing people, they will generally just sit in solitary and be obedient, whereas if they go there after, like, punching people out and such, they tend to be violent and they might punch their way out, whereas these doors would not be suited for that. So what I'm going to have to do is change them doors over as soon as possible. We have a 15 cell block done. We've got another of these remaining here. Common room is built, it's there, but it's nowhere near completed. I've only got a couple of televisions and phone booths. Shower is pretty much done actually. We need to put the extra shower heads down the bottom here and maybe a couple of benches inside it. And obviously we've got our visitation here. Got a door there, but I need to put a bit more security around there. Make a couple of areas around here. It's not basically staff only. I need to put a couple of staff onlys around here. But I think we're getting there. That is not bad for basically the end of episode 2. We have a working prison, in my opinion anyway. This should work. 5,859 generic credits, so we have enough to at least hire the 2 chefs and 5 guards, 1 janitor that I plan on doing, which will be next episode when we take in prisoners. So, comments in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.